All right, here we are. Stargirl, Lucky Chapter 13. Let's find out what happens at the end of the hot seat. Oh my gosh, here we go. In less than a minute, everything returned to normal. Stargirl retrieved Cinnamon and sat back coolly in the hot seat as if nothing had happened. Kevin's eyes twinkled. He was squirming. He couldn't wait to dig into the interview. Neither could the jury, but their eyes were not twinkling. Kevin forced himself to look serious. So, your name, Stargirl. It's pretty unusual. Stargirl gave him a blank look. Kevin was flustered. Isn't it? He said. Stargirl shrugged. Not to me. She's putting him on, I thought. Chico, I said into my mic. Stay tight on her face. A voice was heard dimly off camera. Kevin turned. A jury member had spoken. Jury mic up, I said. Ready two? The mic was passed to Jennifer St. John. Two. The mic looked like a black ice cream cone before Jennifer's face. Her voice wasn't pleasant. What's wrong with your name your parents gave you? Stargirl turned slowly to Jennifer. She smiled. Nothing. It was a good name. So what was it? Susan. Why'd you drop it? Because I didn't feel like a Susan anymore. So you just threw out Susan and named yourself Stargirl? No. Still smiling. No. Pocket Mouse. 12 pairs of eyes boggled. What? I named myself Pocket Mouse, Stargirl said breezily. Then Mud Pie, then Holly Gully, then Stargirl. Damon Ricci snatched the mic from Jennifer St. John. So what's going to be next? Dog turd? Uh-oh, I thought. Here we go. Kevin jumped in. So, you change your name whenever you get tired of it. Whenever it doesn't fit anymore. I'm not my name. My name is something I wear like a shirt. It gets worn, I outgrow it, I change it. So why Stargirl? Oh, I don't know. She petted Cinnamon's nose with her fingertip. I was walking in the desert one night looking up at the sky like... She chuckled. How can you not look at the sky? And it just sort of came to me, fell onto me. Kevin looked up from his sheet of prepared questions. So what do your parents think? Are they sad you didn't keep the name Susan? No, it was almost their idea. When I started calling myself Pocket Mouse when I was little, they called me that too. And then we just never went back. Another distant voice from the jury. I tapped the sound man. Jury mic. Keep all the mics open. I hated to do it. It was Mike Ebersole. I said, do you love our country? Yes, she said briskly. Do you love yours? Ebersole ignored the question. Why don't you say the Pledge of Allegiance right? She smiled. Well, it sounds right to me. Sounds like you're a traitor to me. Jurors were only supposed to ask questions, not make statements. A hand reached into the picture and grabbed the mic from Ebersole. Becca Rinaldi's angry face appeared on camera too. Why do you cheer for the other team? Stargirl seemed to be thinking it over. Well, I guess because I'm a cheerleader. You're not just a cheerleader, you dumb cluck. Becca Rinaldi was snarling into the mic. You're supposed to be our cheerleader, a Micah cheerleader. I glanced at Mr. Robineau. He turned away from the monitors. He was staring straight at the set through the control room window. Stargirl was leaning forward, looking earnestly at Becca Rinaldi, her voice as small as a little girl's. When the other team scores a point and you see how happy it makes all their fans, doesn't it make you happy too? Becca growled. No. Doesn't it make you want to join in? No. Don't you ever want to cry out for the other team to be happy too? No. Stargirl seemed genuinely surprised. You don't always want to be the winner, do you? Becca scowled at her, jutted out her jaw. Yes, I do. Yes, I always want to be the winner. That's what I do. I root for us to win. That's what we all do. She swept around She swept her arm around all the seat. We root for Micah! She jabbed her finger at the stage. Who do you root for? Stargirl hesitated. She smiled. She threw out her arms. I root for everybody! Kevin, to the rescue, thankfully clapped his hands. Hey, how about this? Maybe we should make it official. Maybe one person in the whole district should be appointed to be on, he waved his arm, everybody's side. Stargirl reached over and slapped Kevin's knee. She could wear every school's letter on her sweater, Kevin laughed. She'd have to be as big as a house. Stargirl slapped her own knee. Well, then no letter at all. That's even better. She looked into the camera. She swiped the space before her. Out with the letters! Cheerleader at large! Everybody's cheerleader! Kevin sat at attention, placed his hand over his heart. With liberty and justice and cheerleader for all. Ebersol snarled into the jury mic. And a nut roll for all. Kevin wagged his finger. That's a no-no, he scolded. No statements from the jury, questions only. Renee Bozeman snatched the mic. Okay, here's a question. Why'd you quit homeschooling? Stargirl's face became serious. Well, I wanted to make friends. Well, sure, you have a funny way of showing it, making the whole school mad at you. I wished I had never given to the hot-seating Stargirl. Stargirl just stared. Chico filled the screen with her face. Gimme! It was Jennifer St. John, reaching for the mic. And out of school, too. You meddle into everybody's business. You stick your nose in whether you're invited or not. Why do you do that? Stargirl had no reply. Her usual impish expression was gone. She looked at Jennifer. She looked at the camera as if trying to find an answer in the lens. Then she was looking away, looking at the control room. I took my eyes from the monitor, and for a second I thought my eyes met hers at the control room window. I've been wondering when Hillary Kimball would speak up. Now she did. I'm going to tell you something, girl. You're goofy. You're crazy. Hillary was standing, jabbing her finger at Stargirl, chewing on the mic. You must have come from Mars or something. Kevin raised a timid hand. And you don't tell me no statements, Kevin. Where'd you come from? Mars or something? Now there's a question. Why don't you go back to where you came from? There's another question. Stargirl's eyes filled the camera. Don't cry, I prayed. There was no stopping Hillary. You want to cheer for other schools? Fine, go there. Don't come to my school. Get out of my school. Other hands were snatching at the mic. I know what your problem is. All this weird stuff you do, it's just to get attention. It's to get a boyfriend. The jurors laughed. They were a mob. Hands grabbed at the mic. Kevin looked anxiously at me. I could do nothing. With all the buttons and switches at my command, I was helpless to change anything on the other side of the glass. I got a simple question for you. What's the matter with you? Huh? Why can't you be normal? Why do you want to be so different? Yeah, is something wrong with us? You got to be so different. Why don't you wear makeup? They were all standing now, jabbing, jutting, shouting, whether they had a mic or not. You don't like us, do you? Do you? Mr. Robinow flipped his master toggle off the console. That's it, he said. I flipped the studio sound switch. That's it. Show's over. The jury went on shouting. Holy smokes. Now can you see why, man, the last chapter 12 mentioned how it says the last chapter, page 61 says, but because of what followed, no audience would ever see it. I think we know now why they would have to cancel this show. Oh, my dear. Well, here's the question I have for us all. As Stargirl's popularity seems to be falling, how's she going to react to this? She seems like she kind of shrugs it off. Do you feel the same way? When people are kind of hating on you, do you hate right back at them? Or do you kind of allow it. As Stargirl is, she's confused about these people's opinion of her. Talk about that in your groups. That would be a great discussion question to talk about there. We are getting ready for chapter 14, so thank you for listening to me on YouTube. And you know what I always say here, God bless.